Hi friends, so today is Wednesday, May 6th, and today we are going to be finishing the story when Amelia Earhart built a roller coaster. So remember that the skill that we are still working on is main idea. So we are working on finding what this story is mostly about, and we are working on finding the supporting details. So today we are going to be reading pages 18 through 27 of this story. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and let's keep in mind, today our reading response that you're going to answer is what is the main idea of the story that we read, and then you're going to find two supporting details. So you're going to have to look back in the text and find your text evidence when we are finished today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to start on page 18. Amelia was not only calm, she was brave too. Muriel and Amelia sometimes traveled with their parents by train. During one trip, it rained and rained. The land near the train began flooding. As the train inched along, some passengers began to panic. Seeing the water, Muriel turned to her sister and asked, "Are you afraid, Mealy?" "Of course not," replied Amelia. So far, I see that her character seems very brave. Amelia saw her first airplane when she was 10 years old. The first airplane flight had taken place just a few years before, and the airplane Amelia saw was a simple-looking machine. "It's a thing of rusty wire and wood," she noted. "It's not at all interesting." Little did Amelia know that 10 years later, she would make airplanes the focus of her life. So here we see a billboard. It says the Amazing Right Model A. So if you, these people are called, they were actually called the Wright brothers, and they were the first people to build a plane. So right now she doesn't find it very interesting, but the text said in 10 years, that's going to be the center of her life. Although Amelia was an active child, she also liked to sit and read and think. She especially liked to think about what she might be when she grew up. True to form, Amelia wasn't interested in becoming a teacher, nurse, or housewife. "I want to be able to do what men do," she said. During that time, many jobs were thought to be men's jobs. Amelia kept a scrapbook of newspaper clippings about women who were successful in areas such as advertising, law, and mechanical engineering. So if we look at this illustration here, we can see that this is her scrapbook with all the articles of women that had been successful. As a grown woman, Amelia did things that women never had. She took flying lessons and she bought her own plane, which she named the Canary. I wonder why she might have named it that. Well, if you know, a canary is a bird and it's a yellow bird, so that's probably why she named it that. Amelia was picked to be the first female passenger on a transatlantic flight. Soon after her flying career took off, she flew regularly, entered races, and spoke to others about flying. Amelia's husband, George Putnam, organized her flight and scheduled the public talks she gave. So look here, it was called a transatlantic flight because she's going across the Atlantic Ocean. In 1932, Amelia became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. So fly solo means that she flew all by herself. It was a tough trip, more than 2,000 miles, 3,219 kilometers long. Amelia grew tired during the journey. The plane's fuel tank leaked. At one point, flames shot out of the engine, but that didn't rattle Amelia. Almost 15 hours after Amelia had started, she landed in Ireland. Her transatlantic flight was a historic achievement. Amelia had become one of the greatest aviators in the world. Although many of her journeys were difficult, she never lost the fun-loving, can-do attitude she had as a child. So here's the afterword. So this is going to tell us a little bit more about Amelia. For years, Amelia had dreamed of flying along Earth's equator until she had circled the globe. In June 1937, she set out to accomplish this dream. By July, she had traveled more than 22,000 miles, 35,406 kilometers. But on July 2nd, 1937, Amelia vanished, along with her navigator, Fred Noonan. It was most likely that she ran out of fuel while looking for her landing site. For days, the U.S. government searched for Amelia and Fred, but they were never found. Amelia Earhart led by being an example to others. As a child, she showed a determination to be herself. As she grew older, she stayed true to what she believed. Women must try to do things as men have tried, she said. When they fail, their failure must be a challenge to others. Today, people are still inspired by Amelia Earhart's life of bravery and accomplishment. So she was so very brave to fly a plane by herself. So today, you're going to go ahead and you're going to answer this reading response. So you're going to tell me what was the story mostly about and give me 2 supporting details. Remember, you must use text evidence. So I put down here your rubric. So this is kind of like our success criteria. You should have at least 4 sentences, and remember to answer the question and find your supporting details. Remember, I'm here to help you if you need any help. Have a great day.